Hey, this is Jared and Carrie. We're back at the venue at the bridge with The Great Mystery, and Greg and Steve were good enough to stop by and talk to us. And the next topic is basically one that I think every band deals with from one end of the spectrum or another. Is, you know, there's the creative aspect of being in a band. There's, and if you're in a Christian kind of oriented band, there's that aspect, and then there's also the business end of things. So how do you guys divide that up and prioritize those things?
Gas money.
Gas money. That's a lot of. It happens pretty organically. I mean, we're not in a place yet where we're drawing any real true income off of the band, and we'd like that. We like money. If you have money, can I get some money?
Money's good.
Money's good. Yeah, gas. I mean, he's joking, but he's not joking about gas money, that sort of thing. But the whole idea of structuring a band and having that balance, it gets a little tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're dealing from a Christian aspect of it. You know, we talked about that a little bit earlier. We're trying to balance out: are we a Christian band or are we a band of Christians? And sometimes there is a difference. You know. Yeah. And I think we're a little bit of both.
Yeah. To be well, it's hard to decide when a church asks you to come and entertain their congregation.
Exactly.
And how much do you need? You know, Are you doing this as a ministry, or are you doing this to cover your costs? Or are you going to try to make some money? There's such a fine line there, you know.
And even as a ministry, because people have different ideas about what an appropriate Christian ministry band is per se. I mean, topically, a lot of the subject matter that I write about talks about things like addiction and dysfunctional relationships and struggles between friends and what's going out there in the real world.
Which are all problems that Christians have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're about being real people. You know,
well, that's good. That's really, you know, I think that's really how you can really reach people, though, is just by being real.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
You know, the whole pretentious thing. You know, I have a pretentiometer, and it goes crazy when you know.
A pretentiometer?
Yeah, I'm stealing that. So we're pretty even right now.
And what it says is when I get around people like that, it's like, what's the chi-chi on that? And that's how I know there's an issue. Yeah, you know? So
we're trying to make this a Christianese.
Like I said earlier, man, I've been at this a long time, and money has never been a motivator of my life. Although I like money, I need money to live. We all do, you know.
Do you need money?
It's not something that motivates me to get to a gig and play.
Right. Right.
There are expenses, like, you know. At this point in my life, I've had every amplifier you can think of. I build my own guitars, and that's what I do for a living. I'm blessed. I'm able to build and rebuild and maintain other people's instruments and guitars for them for a living. And I, you know, I'm not rich, but I'm happy with what I do.
You do this because you love this.
Yeah, and then I get to play them.
And we have no choice. We're musicians.
Exactly.
And poets.
And it's to help other musicians is you know, part of that for me too. And I guess in a way ministry.
Yeah.
Because it's not a money motivated thing.
It is ministry, dude.
I mean, I need gas money, but
well, love
would be fine, but if I don't get it, it's coming out of my pocket anyway.
Well, love is a great reason to do it, but it doesn't pay your bills. You know? So, you know, at the end of the day, you have to have your expenses covered, or, you know, you can't do it anymore.
That's decency in order, though. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's more than fair.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. You know, I mean, doing it for the money is completely different than, hey, I would love to do this, but I need this so that I can.
Right.
You know, there's a huge difference between those two things.
But there's the days of, you know, just people just going on the street corner and doing it because they love it.
Which we're not opposed to doing. You know, we've talked about it before.
Well, we have certainly enjoyed getting to know your hearts.
Yeah, thanks.
That's right. Thanks for coming in. They're going to be here at the venue at the bridge on Saturday, October 11th with Sweet Crystal. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. It's all ages and there's no cover.
It's so we want a good time.
Yeah, we want to see you there.
Bring your gallon of gas.
There you go.